this is Carlton Cullins with the Blue Sky Strongbox here in Austin, Texas. Today I want to talk about gluten because gluten is a really hot topic right now, and it has been for the last few years. A lot of people don't even know what gluten is, and if you don't, that's okay. Gluten is a protein that is found in wheat, barley, and rye, which are all three grains. It's a sticky substance they use to bind together a lot of the processed foods that we eat. Unfortunately, to me, that is the bigger problem, that we eat too many processed foods, because processed foods are anything that does not resemble what it looked like when it was harvested or grown. And they add things like gluten and a whole lot of other things that I don't even know what they are, and I can't even pronounce half of them. But the problem is, right now we think gluten is the problem, but in the future they're going to find out it may be a lot of other things. I don't know what the stuff that they put in there, a lot of it's been genetically modified. Our bodies don't agree with it. It may very well be not only causing us to gain a lot of weight, but it's also causing a lot of disease. So gluten may or may not be the enemy, but it is a hot topic right now because it's in everything that we eat, and nobody wants to be fat, nobody wants to be healthier, so they think they're just going to eliminate gluten altogether, which can be problematic. The problem is that gluten is most commonly found in things like cereals, breads, pastas, cookies, things like that. Things that we don't need to be eating a lot of anyway, but people eat that stuff and it causes a lot of problems. My tip for you today is to avoid all this stuff together, because I promise you, from here to the day that you die, they're going to be coming out and finding out there's problems with all kinds of stuff, and most of that comes from things that are processed, things that are grains, things that are sugar, carbs, things like that. If you want to avoid all this stuff together, just try to eat more clean, fresh, local if you can find it. If you can find it also organically, if you can afford it organically, vegetables. Eat more vegetables, a variety of vegetables, things that are green and have color. This stuff is always going to be better than eating processed foods, which a lot of gluten is in. Carbs, sugar, all this stuff that we eat way too much of. I'm not saying that gluten, carbs, grains, or anything are the problem, but we eat too much of them when we probably shouldn't, and that causes a lot of the problem. I mean, there's a whole lot of problems, but this is a surefire way to get this. If you actually have a legitimate problem with gluten, you will know it, because if you eat anything that has gluten in it, you will probably get a very serious stomach ache and have diarrhea and throw up. So if you are having those kind of symptoms, I feel for you. Get them checked out. They do have tests that can check for that, because it may not actually be gluten. It may be something else. I don't want you to be sick. I want you to feel good. So try to eat more clean, fresh vegetables. Drink more clean water. Get better rest. Try to manage your stress. These things. Gluten is not always going to be the enemy. Next year is going to be a new thing. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please write. I am always here to help.